잠시 후 2017 에듀케어 리더스 포럼이 시작될 예정입니다. 참가자 여러분께서는 입장하시어 자리에 착석해 주시기 바랍니다. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? 2017 Educare Leaders Forum will begin shortly. Please join us in the conference hall and be seated. 아울러 행사의 원활한 진행을 위하여 소시하고 계신 휴대전화는 진동으로 설정해 주시거나 전원을 꺼주시면 감사하겠습니다. 본 행사는 영어로 동시 통역이 진행됩니다. 영어는 1번, 한국어는 2번 채널이오니 참고해 주시기 바랍니다. Now, before we begin, I would like to ask you to kindly turn off your mobile phone or switch it to vibration mode to avoid interruption. Thanks for your cooperation. Simultaneous interpretation will be provided throughout today's sessions. Channel 1 is for English and Channel 2 is for Korean. 저희 행사는 11시 10분에 시작하도록 하겠습니다. The morning session will begin at 11:10. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the newsroom of Bixpo 2019. I'm Ji-hee Won, and with me this afternoon is Michael Ashcroft, Manager for Power and Utilities at KPMG. Michael Ashcroft, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So I suppose this is your first time visiting Korea?
It is actually, yes.
Yeah, so far?
So far, loving it. Yeah.
Loving it. So that means this is your very first Bixpo experience.
It is my first Bixpo.
So how is it going?
I'm really impressed with it actually. It's very large, it's very exciting. Compared to other conferences I've been to, it's buzzing in here. It's fantastic.
So, I mean, considering your background, I assume that you have attended a wide range of expositions and exhibitions in the energy space. So, what differentiates Bixpo?
It's the scale of it, I think. It feels like there's a lot going on in here. So normally in conferences you walk around and it's a little bit quiet, whereas here I'm pushing my way through people to get to see the exhibitions.
Wonderful.
One really big difference actually is I've seen a bunch of school kids walking around, and I've never seen that before in any other conference. Seeing a line of school children waiting to look at an exhibition is wonderful to see.
I see. So, I mean, this is still the second day, and we have one more day to go, but what has sort of stood out the most so far?
So, I'm going to say two things, if that's okay. So, I really enjoyed the opening ceremony yesterday with the KEPCO CEO talking about the importance of this event as part of their wider focus on the transformation of the energy system. It really felt like he believed what he was saying, and that really matters to me when I come to an event like this to see that he believes his own message. And I really see it reflected here at Bixpo. I also really enjoyed this morning's Energy Leaders Summit. Just the other talks were amazing, and it's so well choreographed as well. It's been a wonderful, smooth experience.
And I believe your talk was amazing as well.
Thank you very much. I can't say that though. But
So, I mean, not all of our viewers had a pleasure of attending your lecture or presentation. So would you please summarize the content perhaps?
Sure. So it was about digital transformation in energy, and I focused on the role of data in enabling certain possible futures, particularly around electric vehicles. So I don't know how many electric vehicles you have here in Korea, but in the future you're going to have to manage how they charge, when they charge, and the kind of behavior of the drivers and interacting with the power system. So I was talking through one possible future and hoping that would connect with the audience as to how they should now think about how they run their organizations and how they adapt to that future.
I suppose the EV market is sort of booming at the moment because Mercedes-Benz came out with a EV vehicle recently, and that has garnered a lot of attention in the Korean market. So I think they still have a long way to go, but it's getting there. Also, as the manager of power and utilities, what type of opportunities are you looking for at Bixpo in specific and also in Korea overall?
So within KPMG we have quite a wide focus. Also we have partner firms here in Korea as well. I'm really interested in the regulation space as well. So in the UK we have regulated network companies, regulated companies. So understanding how the regulations work and what the opportunities are within that kind of framework is very interesting. We also work in strategy, so helping big companies adapt to the energy system transformation. So looking at how we can assist them in navigating that change in a way that works for them and works for the wider change goals, should we put it that way.
So, what type of opportunities do you think Korean companies have if they want to advance into the UK?
Into the UK? Oh, interesting. So one interesting thing there is that National Grid, our equivalent of KEPCO, if you like, has set an ambition to be able to operate our power system with zero carbon by 2025. So in 6 years, 100% renewable for a period of time on the system.
That's ambitious.
It is very ambitious. I'm quite proud that we have that target in the UK. But I think anything that can help us achieve that ambition, so it could be technical, of how do you actually manage a system with zero synchronous plant, I think is a very interesting question.
And once again, that's very ambitious, and I'm wondering what the British government had to do to sort of make sure that everybody's on the same page and everybody is determined to achieve that goal.
So I think the UK has often been seen as a leader in this space. So we were the first, I think, to set climate goals into law. We've